The MTA cracking down on homeless people on its trains.
But as the agency works to dig itself out of a massive financial deficit, Dan Bowens explains why homeless advocates argue the new regulations unfairly criminalize a part of the community that's been hit extremely hard during the COVID-19 pandemic. Dan.
Yeah, Stephen Derry, this is a new set of rules that in theory could make it easier for law enforcement officials to remove homeless people from within the subway system. The one rule that's getting the most attention is a guideline specifically banning people from defecating down below. Now, homeless advocates say all of this unnecessarily targets the homeless at a specifically bad time. Already facing a mounting fiscal crisis and slumping ridership because of the pandemic, the MTA also tackling another problem apparently at the top of the list: people defecating within the subway system.
The rules are targeted at minimizing health risks to our customers and employees, every customer in the system.
Previous rules only addressed public urination. The agency decided it needed more specific language to ban going number 2 on trains and stations.
This is all about public health.
But the freshly adopted regulations also include banning anyone from remaining in a subway station for more than an hour and prohibits shopping carts. Advocates say it's all unfairly criminalizing the homeless at an extremely vulnerable time. Áine Duggan is president and CEO at the Partnership for the Homeless.
So the biggest issue coming at New York in the coming weeks and months is the fact that there are literally hundreds of thousands of families in rent arrears. And when the state eviction moratorium ends, which is happening next week, these are families who will be facing eviction and will potentially be ending up in the shelter system and on the streets.
As for the MTA, the bigger problem is its own looming financial crisis, in part because of unprecedented ridership declines. The agency desperate for a $12 billion federal bailout, warning massive cuts and longer wait times could be coming.
Service reductions and layoffs are a last resort. The looming financial deficits are so near and so large that every way of reducing costs quickly must be a serious consideration.
And about this fiscal crisis, board members on the MTA are not optimistic. They say they haven't seen any movement on possible help coming from D.C., especially now with a looming Supreme Court battle over the next few weeks. Darren, Steve, back to you.
Indeed. All right. Thank you, Dan.